Hi, I'm Michael Belba with Crazy Monkey Media, and welcome to this video. We're going to be talking about reviews, the importance of reviews, and if you hang around for about 10 minutes, I'm going to give you the opportunity to take a free trial offer, free proof of concept, and try our review system for 5 days. Let us run your clients through it and see what happens. You're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Reviews are the lifeblood of any business in this day and age. And so we want to talk about today reviews, the importance of reputation management, marketing that, and how it relates to your brand. Because reviews, I hear local businesses all the time talking about my brand, my brand, my brand. We're going to disclose to you in this little video exactly what your brand is. So there's no misconceptions about it anymore. Let me ask you a couple questions. How would you like to have Google reviews like this? How would you like to have Google reviews like this? Right here. In fact, let's do something. Let's go look this one up in Google search. Here we are, dermatologist, Bentonville, Arkansas. She's now up to 518 Google reviews. Now here's the question that needs to be posed. If you were online looking for a dermatologist in Bentonville, Arkansas, which of these businesses would you click on? And you need to understand the importance of this question, because this is exactly what every consumer does every day when they're looking for a new service or a new business. They're looking at you in Google, they're looking at the number of reviews that you have compared to your competitors, and they're making their selection based on that. And we have all kinds of data to back that up, but the simple question for you today, and you need to look at this in how it relates to your business too. How many reviews do you have in relation to your competition? And if you were doing a search for your service or product, be honest, who would you click on? Compare yourself to your competitors and be honest with your response. If you were a consumer doing a search, who would you click on? That's the only question you need to address today. That's what it's about. How about this GM dealer, 346 reviews? If you're buying a new car today, who would you click on? This is what reviews are about and why they're important. So let's talk about some more reason these reviews are so important. This is Bright Local Consumer Review Survey from 2016. 84% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation. And a personal recommendation is what's referred to as word of mouth, which is traditionally how all businesses grow, right? It's other people telling people about the value and the quality of your services and products that help build your brand and reputation and bring you more customers. I can show you case study after case study of how major corporations built their brand this way, Coca-Cola being one of them. They started in a 9 square block area, and on 45 cents worth of weekly sales, that's 9 sales at a nickel each, and positive reactions from consumers, in other words, word of mouth marketing, they expanded their brand the next year to another 9 blocks. And this is how Coca-Cola got built. Word of mouth marketing, expanding block by block until they grew into an international corporation. Word of mouth leads the way. Your reputation leads the way. That's why these reviews are so important. 7 out of 10 consumers will leave a review for a business if they're asked to. It seems that the only people that leave reviews are people that have had a bad experience. And man, they'll go review you everywhere, right? They'll leave them for you everywhere without you even asking. But it's important that you have a system in place that collects positive reviews for your business to counteract the bad ones that make it out there, right? That you have no control over. In fact, you need a system that controls the flow of reviews to the internet for you. You want the good ones to go out, you want the bad ones, you want to be able to deal with those before they become an issue. So you need a system that helps you do that. 54% of people will visit your website after reading positive reviews. So again, it produces more traffic and another potential customer, patient, or client for you if you have reviews and they're visiting your website. I'm not going to read all of these. 74% of consumers say that positive reviews make them trust a local business more. And that's just what I've demonstrated to you, that who would you choose in looking at search? That's exactly why consumers click on that button. They have more reviews and their trust factor goes up. 58% of consumers say that the star rating of a business is most important. 6 out of 10 buyers, folks. 6 out of 10 buyers are saying that your star rating is the most important thing that they consider. So here's the cold hard facts. 84% of consumers check reviews before choosing a business. And this is whether they've seen your name in the yellow pages, whether they've seen it in a flyer, whether they've seen it on television, whether they've heard it on radio, or even whether your business has been recommended to them by a friend. They're going to check your reviews before making a final selection. And almost 60%, 6 out of 10, consider star rating most important. What do these numbers tell you you should be doing about reviews? Because what you have in actuality is a trust barrier. And you have to break through that trust barrier. And so the trust barrier goes up as we move from customer to client to patient. All right? Less trust required of customers, and there's always exceptions to every rule. If I mention here auto mechanics, do they have a trust factor problem? Yes, they do, right? And roofers don't necessarily have a trust factor problem, but the thing that you notice about this, as this trust barrier goes up, the financial obligation is also going up, correct? So roofers may not have a trust problem, but because of the price of their service, what's it cost for a new roof? 20 grand? You know, that financial outlay is going to cause people to examine that roofer much more closely than, say, a restaurant where they've spent $25 and maybe got burned, but the financial aspects of that aren't nearly as serious as $20,000 for a roof versus $25 for a dinner, right? Clients, traditionally, you're dealing with, attorneys. I mean, it costs a lot of money to see an attorney. You've got to have money to open a stock brokerage account. Accountants are expensive. So all of these things require more trust, and patients are the most of all. I mean, how many people don't trust dentists or doctors? That kind of says it all right there, right? So dentists, plastic surgeons, cosmetic surgeons, etc. And you've got to break through that trust barrier. And the way to break or help break through this trust barrier is having public reviews that people can easily find that sings the praises of your business, right? So discussing the trust factor also leads us right into branding. And it's important you understand what branding is. It is the emotional response and experience you want customers or clients and patients to have every time they come into contact with your company, your product, or your service. In other words, you want people to feel warm fuzzies when they hear your business name, right? How do you achieve that? Can you buy it with advertising, a pretty logo, or packaging? No, you cannot. Branding formula for local businesses, and you should write this down and never forget it. It's your trust factor in the marketplace plus your reputation. That equals your brand. All right? Very simply put, that's your brand. It's not how often you're seen on cable TV. It's not how often you're heard on the radio. It's these things right here. You can be a lousy company and run all the advertising you want. Good luck with that, because people are going to be looking in Google for reviews even if they hear your ad, right? You need to focus on your brand. Don't believe me? How about these guys? Richard Branson, Virgin Airlines. Your brand name is only as good as your reputation. Your brand name's only as good as your reputation. What did I just say back here? There it is. How about Mr. Bezos? Your brand, I love this one. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Jeff Bezos. What describes a public review better than that? Or how about this one? This is from Scott Cook. A brand is no longer what we tell the consumer it is what the consumers tell each other it is. What describes public reviews more than that? These are from 3 of the most successful people in the whole world. The richest man in the world, Virgin Airlines and Scott Cook. I mean, you have it there from the horse's mouth. Your brand is what the consumer says it is, and you better take note of the situation and make sure that you've got reviews running that help you overcome that trust barrier. What else can reviews help you with? How about we take a look at SEO? It's one of the ranking factors for SEO. This is from Moz.com, one of the premier companies out there for talking about what's important to be ranked in search. We look here, local pack, binder ranking factors. So for that local snack pack, the top 3 boxes, review signals, the quantity, the velocity, and the diversity. 13% of your ranking factor. 13%. That's 4 times more than social signals. It's about the same as on-page signals. I mean, huge factor. It's the same as your citation signals. Huge factor in ranking in Google. For no other reason than this, you should want a good review system, right? Now, I want to take a few minutes and just show you what this review system did for one of our local clients here in the Tri-Cities, and that's Jones Brothers Home Inspections. We ran this for Mark about a month ago, and we've been dealing with Mark. Mark has been our client for 4 or 5 years, and we've been through 2 or 3 different review systems in that time frame, trying to find the one that worked the best. And so if I go down here to the very bottom of his reviews, you can see 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago. They had, when we started this, they had 18 reviews for Pasco. There's a year ago, 4 months ago, and then we started running this a month ago, so we started running this for Mark. And in a month's time, I want you to look how many reviews they've gotten. They had 30 reviews come in 5 days with this new system, which was almost double what we've been able to do in 3 to 4 years using other review systems. Do you think they're happy? Huh? Do you think they're happy? And so they went from 18 to 48 Google reviews in Pasco. If we go in Kennewick, here's their Kennewick. They've got 31. They had 6 when we started this a month ago. And so they got 25 new reviews for Kennewick. And in Richland, they had 3. They got 26 new reviews in Richland, plus the 30 in Pasco. So they got over 80 reviews in 5 days, and this is something we've been working on with them for 5 years. We've been, like I say, all these systems tell you they're great and that they work, and then you hook them up and you find out they don't work as well as promised. Well, this one does, and we are so pleased to be able to offer this to businesses in the Tri-City area. Do you want reviews like this for your business? I mean, this is incredible. And think about this. This was accomplished basically in 5 days. So here's the offer. We'd like to give you a free 5-day proof of concept trial offer of our review system. And there are some qualifying factors. Number 1, you have to be a brick and mortar business. All right? We do not accept MLMs, self-employed, direct sales organizations. This is for brick and mortar businesses. All right? You need to have a customer base or a clientele. If you're a brand new business with no customers yet, this isn't going to be a great benefit to you. So it helps if you have customers already, or clients already, or patients already. So this is perfectly good for use for a dentist, auto mechanic, any businesses like that, as long as you're a brick and mortar business. Free day proof of concept trial. We'll set this up and run it for you. We'll need to talk with you about 15 minutes. And in order to do that, you can either call us. Let me show you. Down at the bottom of this page you're on, here's our office phone, or you can book a meeting with me right on my calendar. It also will tell you a little bit more about Crazy Monkey Media. But just call us, talk to us about your business. It'll take about 15 minutes to get the information we need to set this up, and then you need to provide us with a customer, patient, or client list. And we'll run these for you for 5 days just to prove to you how good our review system works. You have absolutely nothing to lose. No credit card required. And if you decide the system isn't everything I've said it is, at the end of that 5 days, if you decide you don't want it or don't want to implement it, that's fine. We'll part friends. So I'm assuming all the risk here for you. Give us a call today. Let us show you how to get more Google reviews so more consumers will choose your business. Have a great day. Michael Belba, Crazy Monkey Media.